Hey guys, here we are again with the T-Mobile Samsung Galaxy S3 and the HTC One S on T-Mobile. Gonna do some benchmarks here. I've cleared out everything and I just installed these three right here. So let's start with SmartBench 2012 and let's see how we do. This is a fairly short test. I've got them both linked to Wi-Fi, not that we need it or anything, but this is a pretty quick test. It's less than a minute or so, minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. Gonna start getting back into my old ways and getting back into my car game. Recently made a couple of adjustments to my vehicles in the garage. I decided to go with a couple of Hemis. Those of you that don't know, I had a couple of Chargers back in the day, and I had a Camaro, and then another Camaro, then a 2012 Charger, and then a 2012 Challenger. None of them were V8s. I had a V8 back in the day, but it just did so bad on gas. But now I decided to go with these two Hemis that I have now because they can drop to 4 cylinders and give me good gas mileage on the road. Anyway, back to the test. So let's display the results. So let's start with the One S. Well, let's see what it shows here. Oh, I saw it distorted like that. Looks like 3063 and 2987. And on this one, Galaxy S3, looks like we're looking at 2939 and 2830. And I've ran these different times and gotten different results. And every time the One S, sorry about that, there's my bumping with the camera for the video. I told you every video I bump the camera or knock over a phone or something. Let's go to quadrant. Every time I've run that test, the One S came out just a little bit ahead. So let's run this one here. These are pretty much running side by side here. Frame rate on both is over 60. 65. Wow, on the Galaxy S3 it's hit 65 at one point. 66 on the One S. Wow, these guys have really good frame rates on here. Moving right along. Wow, 64 over there on the One S, 60 on the S3. Peaking. Pretty good. I've ran these tests a number of times and they all come back different. But one thing they say, the One S always came back higher, but that doesn't mean anything. So let's check it out. Alright, on the One S we've got a score of 4675 at the top there, and on the S3 we've got a score of 4849. The S3 has definitely come back in the 5,000s as well as the One S. So let's run the at&t. Let's close. And let me clear out everything here. Alright, so you can see these have never been ran. Let's go to test and start test. Got SD card in this one, so I did internal SD card for this one because this one doesn't have an external SD card. And this is a pretty lengthy test, so I'm at about 4.5 minutes so far on this video. I might cut this one and come back, or pause and come back. I don't know, I'll let it run for a little bit. Anyway guys, I'm still going to continue to do videos on phones and tablets and whatever I come across, but you will start to see more videos on my cars. I used to really, if you check back in the history of my videos, go all the way back 3-4 years, and you'll see my charger, both my chargers. You'll see that I really did a lot of videos on cars, and go ahead and do that until I get the Chrysler 300 updated. I'm actually going to update my do some add-ons to my truck as well, but for now, Chrysler 300 definitely needs some love. It's a really fast car, just like the truck, and I think I'm gonna throw some wheels on there first, and then exhaust and intake. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Don't plan on tinting the windows on my car, on my Chrysler 300. For those of you that know, I tint the windows like the next day after I get a car. I always get 15% on the front and 5 all the way around the rest of them, and then a 5% strip on the front window to really black it out. But this time I won't be tinting I don't plan on tinting the windows on the Chrysler 300 just right away. So be on the lookout for some upgrades to my Chrysler 300 first, and then you'll see them on the truck, on my my 2012 Durango RT. So these videos are rolling along here. Pretty much they've been at the same frame rate, 60 or above. The S3 is at about, well, back to 60. They've been rolling along at 60 pretty steady. They're running hand in hand almost. Looking pretty good. I can't wait to see what the numbers look like. And I run these benchmarks because users ask for them, and that's the reason I do it. If you know, you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I always say the real test is the user experience. It's really not so much about all these benchmarks and everything. Yeah, it'll tell you about the performance of the phone, but how many end users really care about that? They care about the GUI, if you will. For those of you that know, they care about that. You know, they care about what it's looking like. You know, they care about how it's running. So it looks like we've got a score on the 1S of 6989. CPU is 3259, GPU is 1580, RAM 1280, and the IO is 870. Now on the S3 we've got 6900 flat, RAM 1150, CPU is at 3323, GPU is at 1564, and 863 for the IO. So these seem to, the S3 seems to come just a little bit on the backside on most of the tests that I run. And again, you can definitely run these over and over again, and you'll get different results. So that was a look at the benchmarks for the Galaxy S3 versus the HTC One S. These are both very nice phones. They're both worth getting. I would recommend either one of these, actually. I'm not going to say that one's better than the other. They both are amazing devices. The build quality, obviously, I've said in another video, on the One S is tremendous. It's just too bad that this phone does not have an SD card or removable battery. Now granted, the battery on this thing really lasts a long time. The camera is amazing, but the S3 has a 8 megapixel camera too, but it's a lot better to me with than in the shooting. And I haven't done a video yet on the video quality of the S3. You will see that going up soon, but in my opinion, the S3 has the better camera. As far as build quality goes, the One S hands down. The One S has a brighter screen. The feel of this, I've never really complained about Samsung's products because they make their phones out of plastic, so that's fine. It gives a light weight to it. It feels great. Like it feels lighter than the One S. But that's a look at the two powerhouses that T-Mobile has in play right now. Benchmarks for them. You be your own judge. Remember, end user is always the best experience. Don't look at these videos and take them to heart and feel like you have to make a decision based on that. But thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video, and this is the Clash of the Titans Part 2.